News 5 at noon is being brought to you by Insurance Corporation of Belize, serving Belize for 40 years.
Good afternoon, Belize. It's midday and you're tuned into the news at noon, where we bring you the latest updates from around the country. I'm Isani Cayetano, and here's what's making headlines today. Garden City shuts down special ed class days before school starts. Parents demand answers. Selfie lounge owner killed in domestic argument gone wrong. Court of Appeal overturns $2.1 million payout against government. And Beacon Softball Club clinches fourth straight national title. These stories and more are coming up in just 1 minute.
When I was a student, ICB was there to protect me, ensuring my education and future. When I got my first car, ICB was there to protect me, providing excellent coverage and peace of mind on the road. When we moved into our first apartment, ICB was there to protect us, securing our belongings and giving us a sense of security. And when we got our first house, ICB was there for us, protecting our home and everything we've worked so hard for.
At every step of your life's journey, ICB is there for you. For more information, call 224-5328 or visit our nearest branch.
Welcome back. Imagine this. School reopens today, and just 2 days ago, parents of special education students at Garden City got a message. No phone call, no meeting, just a message saying their children's class has been shut down. No warning, no explanation. These families had already bought uniforms, paid school fees, and prepared their children, kids who need consistency and routine, for the new school year. Now, they're being told to send their kids to a completely different school. Parents are understandably upset. One parent shared, quote, "Getting our kids settled into that classroom was a journey. The teacher knew them, worked with us, and created a safe space. Now we're expected to start over in a new environment with new faces and no transition plan. It's heartbreaking," end quote. These children already face unique challenges. They've worked hard to feel comfortable in that learning space. Uprooting them like this, without any consultation or support, feels not only unfair, but it also feels careless. Now, students are being sent to Evergreen Primary, but parents were told no classroom will be ready for at least 2 weeks. With both principals on leave, parents say they have nowhere to turn for answers. We spoke with one of the parents protesting in front of the school for more details on their concerns.
We just learned like 2 days ago that that program has been cancelled and that they are to report to the United Evergreen, where there will now be a classroom for them at the upper division. That has not materialized. The teacher, the principal is trying her best, but she is not, she doesn't have the resources.
Okay, and how did this sudden decision affect your family personally?
Me personally, I was very emotional this morning. I felt that the students' right to an education is not being taken seriously. I met several other parents who were very emotional. You know, they were crying and they were looking at their kids, and the kids were dressed for school. They were all excited. They saw other students entering their classrooms and they had to be turned back home. You know, to me, I think it's unfair. It's unfair.
All right, and what do you want the Ministry of Education to do immediately?
Immediately get these kids in a classroom, and secondly, let us know what is the plan. What's the continuity plan? I believe that if these kids stay home from now until they're 16, nobody will bother to stop in and check. That's how I feel, and I'm sure I'm not wrong.
A tragic family dispute has left the Belmopan community in shock. Over the weekend, Wilson Hernandez, a well-known business owner and the face behind Selfie Lounge, was shot and killed inside his own home. According to reports, what started as a heated argument between Hernandez and relatives took a deadly turn when the niece of his common-law wife allegedly pulled a gun and shot him in the chest. Police have since detained a suspect, but at this time, it's unclear whether the incident is officially being treated as a murder. It's a heartbreaking end to what should have been a private family matter. Many are left asking, how did it escalate so far, so fast? We'll continue to follow this story and bring you updates as more details come to light. What happens when the government sells the same piece of land twice and taxpayers are left footing the bill? That's the question at the heart of a major Court of Appeal decision that just saved the government of Belize from paying out over $2 million. The ruling reversed a High Court judgment in a land dispute involving duplicate titles, an issue that's plagued Belize's land system for years. The Court of Appeal has reversed a $2.1 million judgment that would have forced the government of Belize to compensate two men over a land dispute on Cat Ski. The High Court had ruled in favor of Rudolph Ramirez and Julius Zabani, who claimed the land was wrongly sold to them by the government. But the Court of Appeal found that the men knew the land had already been sold years earlier and ruled that they weren't entitled to compensation. The decision also clarified a previous case involving Andre Vega that shouldn't be used as a blanket precedent. But this case goes beyond numbers. It challenges how far the government should be held accountable when land deals go wrong, and whether buyers should be compensated when they knew the land wasn't theirs to begin with. The Queens of the Diamonds have done it again. Beacon Softball Club are your 2025 Women's National Softball Champions, making it 4 straight titles and cementing their legacy in Belizean softball history. In a nail-biting showdown against the Belize Bank Bulldogs, Beacon held their ground through 7 intense innings. The game had it all: powerful hits, jaw-dropping catches, and a final inning scare that had fans on the edge of their seats. The Bulldogs made a last push, but Beacon held them off just in time, sealing the win with a tight 3-2 finish. Head coach Nelbert Flowers, beaming with pride, had this to say as his team celebrated another hard-earned victory.
This win means great, man. I mean, you know, and we're a loss of words. I don't know, person we usually lost of words, but this win, not all about me. It's about the team, grind behind the scenes, doing not even working hours. Some of the players come in and put in the work, so they're well deserved. We put in enough work, so this is the fruit of what we're putting in the work. The mindset was strictly exercise, man. Hard work. The players they hydrate and the French stuff week. We had our personal trainer with Ozzy. Man, really get the players ready for their games due to the fact that this tournament really rough. So much games in 3 days, rough. But we were very conditioned, mindset as well.
What do you say to your players when you guys soak it all in and get to sit down and talk? History.
I'm very proud of my team. From the management, the fans, the support crew, the family members, man, I'm very proud. And especially proud of the Softball Association that helped push us, right?
That's a wrap for the news at noon. But don't worry, there's plenty more coming your way at 6 p.m. We'll dive deeper into these stories and more. In the meantime, visit greaterbelize.com and follow us on Facebook for real-time updates. And don't miss Open Your Eyes tomorrow morning for fresh takes on today's headlines. Thanks for tuning in, Belize. Stay informed, stay inspired, and have a fantastic afternoon.
News 5 at noon was brought to you by Insurance Corporation of Belize, serving Belize for 40 years.